Hello Pisces, thank you for joining me here. This is gonna be your monthly reading for month of March. I took a little bit time off in February. I needed that. I'm pretty sure you will understand. But I did have your reading though. Yes, I did not have the mid-month, but it's fine. And if you are coming back, thank you so much for trusting in me. Thank you so much for having this journey with me. And if you're a first timer, this is gonna be like in-depth reading of your energy. So it's gonna be kind of long. We get into the situation and we kind of figure out, try to get a different perspective so that I can pull yourself out or deal with our situation that's kind of on our mind, in our mind, or anyway. So without any further delay, let's get a major arcana card to see what's the major energy that's gonna be crowning for you for this month of March. Star. It's like a very, you got star. How amazing is that? It's ruled by Aquarian energy. Like, so there is like I feel like the divine, like, how do you call it? We all have our own definition, right? When you think about higher energy bigger than us, universe, divine, I feel like there is it's okay. I feel like you are letting it flow and having the trust it will be for good for you, and something is gonna come to you, something gonna happen as per your desire, and you are desiring it. You are not externally working towards this deliberately to get it, make it happen. You just, all of a sudden, I really feel that you gaining that confidence to really submit to universe and submit to this belief that something mystical, believing in mystical. Even see how I cannot even really getting that word, concrete word to describe it. It's like submission to the mystical energy around you, and hoping, not only hoping is a little passive energy, but believing and trusting and knowing that it will come back to you in a positive way, not to harm you, but only to make you feel that your voice is heard, your desire is granted. Something like, it's a star is also, it's a very healing energy. But what is healing? I feel like the group of people that I'm connecting with right now, it's about healing through submission to mystical energy. We are going to get more oracle card, and we are going to get more tarot card to get the nitty-gritty of this energy, but this is the overall energy. Submission to the mystical energy, and believe that it's gonna do good to you. Okay, I'm gonna get more in detail because I know this is a little cryptic, but we're gonna get there. Okay, I don't know, as I'm talking to you, I feel like, I don't know, have you heard, I feel like outer body experience. I don't feel very grounded. I don't know how to explain this. Even though I'm speaking those words, and then when I'm hearing these words back, it feels like that those my words is coming back to me, and it's like almost like somebody else is speaking. I don't know. It's just a very weird kind of lightheadedness experience that I'm having right now. I don't know why. I have food, I had sleep. That's belief. I feel like this is speaking to me, like that's belief. I'm not worrying, I'm not anxious over what's going on. It's just belief, that submission, that whatever state I am in, maybe it's not too familiar with my real realm of reality, but I'm kind of confident that it is actually taking me somewhere good. It is actually gonna give me an experience which I would not have experienced if I have stayed within the zone of familiarity. Does that make sense? It's a certain kind of mystical energy. Anyway, let's get some animal spirit. Sorry. And I don't take like reverse on this, but unless I really feel like that. Firefly, yeah. Do you know, oh my god, do you know what Firefly is actually? Other day I was talking to one of my friend, and Firefly, like I was not, I sent them like a picture of Firefly that I took, and I started like how beautiful that light is lit up right under their belly in their interior place, and it's like it feels like that this light is guiding you to pierce through the darkness. And same with the star. If you really think about it, like there is a light, like literal light within a animal's body that guiding that like that animal or insects, however you see it, literally getting the light so that they can see through the darkness. I mean, this is like, and we, I put candle, we put on light, it's all external, but what about an internal light? And there is, when the internal light, it manifesting itself as a real external existence, that is what mystical about it. You feel like that there is a certain sense of healing that coming from your body, but it's just so prominent that you feel like it's taking you, it's guiding, almost like parent holding their children's hand and like taking them for a walk. It's like this invisible but so solid, grounded, stable hand that's holding you and kind of making you pass through this healing process so easily and comfortably. These cards too are beautiful. This is air. This is also air. So a lot of air energy is actually gonna crown this month. I'm really still in static mode that these two came together. I was literally, when I was taking that picture and I was thinking about it, I was like mesmerized by the nature of it. It's just like, sometimes like a little kid, sometimes you see the certain things. I mean, I have definitely seen Firefly before, and I but all of a sudden that moment, it struck me that how beautifully magical it is, that your light, that light you produce in your body is actually emitting lights so that you can see in the darkness. I mean, oof, that blew my mind. I don't know. And I see this right now and I'm like, wow. Okay, let's get another card. I love this card deck, Animal Spirit. I don't know. I'm learning more about animals and it just blowing my mind that how I don't know, it just blowing my mind. Owl, another air. Oh my god, Pisces, what's going on? You are taking so much of high level air energy. Another owl is, like seeing in the dark, wisdom, seeing, piercing, seeing through the dark. And like, see, that's why a lot of healing is coming. It's like a lot of wisdom, lot of clarity, because maybe, because this clarity is so tangible, it feels like almost like a magical, mystical, it feels like an out of body experience, because you are not used to with this kind of clarity where everything feels crystal clear, nothing feels elusive. It's like you are just flowing, but you exactly know where you are flowing through, if you know the mechanism. This clarity, with all the air energy, and it feels like this kind of mysticism, like, is it, oh, it feels so light, it feels so good, but this feels like something extraordinary, something, that kind of sense. Anyway, I'm not gonna dwell on this. I can dwell on this energy, trust me, for another half an hour. But that would be my personal reading. Okay, let's get another oracle card. I already getting such a nice vibe from this. Now I'm getting more grounded. Now I don't feel that kind of detached from my body anymore. I feel, because I'm excited. I was excited before too, but it's like now it's getting more real, because I understand that mysticism. You understand? Same thing. I feel like my body is reacting exactly what's going on here. This is so surreal. I cannot even explain. Okay. I really feel surreal. Even though I feel very safe in this place to talk about all these things, and I feel like you guys gonna, oh, what's going on with that lady, with that girl? I mean, seriously. But I'm really feeling like I'm embodying this energy that's going on here. Anyway, let's go. Okay, we got 2 cards together. So I'm gonna take two of them. I like I told you, I don't take reverse here. Butterfly garden and treasured memory. Look at this, how dreamy these cards are. I mean, 1 is 9, 18 break down to 9, and 48, 12, 3. 3 is creative, 9 is all about outer worldly, beyond this 3D structure. So much of dream, so much of sense of floating, that's all coming to my mind. And it's extremely healing. You are healing from a major understanding of this type, like I feel like you may have deep down always struggled with combine these two worlds. One is reality, quote unquote reality, another is this world of mysticism, world of divinity, like something beyond that is undescribable, the way you feel. And you always felt maybe that you need to choose one over other, but with this healing it's actually telling you how to combine these two, how to be in a fantastical world at the same time find the realness in it. Does that make sense? If you don't feel like that, I don't think this reading is for you. I feel like because it's very subtextual. If you're not in the energy of this, it may feel, my words may feel like I am on drugs. Not kidding. It may feel that I'm tripping, because it's not. If you are dealing with, if you know what I'm talking about, then you understand this energy that I'm picking on. It's like this combining these two worlds in a certain way, where you, and through this combination, through this bringing this world together, fantastical and finding realness in it, it's a huge sense of clarity and healing that you are going to draw from it. I don't know how to explain this reading other than this. So either you are on this or you are not. There is no gray area here. So let's get into more tarot. You see that all of these, a lot of air. You see the sky here. Total, this oracle card is dominated by the sky. Clouds, skies, and all these airs. There is a lot of air. Maybe you have a heavy air placement, but that doesn't matter. That really doesn't matter. It's the energy. Lot of air, and through this air you are getting this clarity. Through this air you are getting this lightness. You are feeling this lightness. Just imagine you are a fish. Okay, I have to be vivid with the image. I don't know, this reading gonna be different. You are a fish in the deep water, and just imagine that you are swimming, not gliding, swimming in the air. It may feel like complete magical experience, but by feeling that, you are bringing this realness, because swimming, water is real to you. By swimming, because that's your nature, if you're a fish. But without losing your nature, you're enjoying the cloud and enjoying the air and the lightness and openness that it brings with it. So you're bringing the realness, your nature, into something fantastical, something magical, and that's why you feel like that. It's like almost gonna be, and this is gonna be extremely healing. Oh wow. Oh. Eight of Cups, right, and a star. Oh, should I take this? Okay. It's too much. Not gonna take it. Could be the one of the longest reading, Magician. Now we are getting some water, some fire energy here. This is like a overarching energy, but on the ground level we are getting this kind of healing from control. Okay, I'm gonna take Two of Swords, and then there is a Nine of Pentacles and Queen of Cups. They came together. Okay, let's go through it. All right, so I feel that like manifesting something, trying to make things happen in an external world, and you have tried maybe many pathos, many tools to make something happen, but it felt that something is missing. It felt that you did not follow your true self. You not even follow, it did not feel like that you are in connection with your true self. There is some sense of emptiness and void. In manifesting that in real world. And that's where the healing comes in. Maybe you question that, how can I get what I want without compromise who I am? Does that make sense? And you have been looking for this question, searching for this answer. How can I get what I want without compromise, without losing who I am? And sometimes it may feel very daunting to achieve what you want being you. You feel that you are too fragile, or maybe not, the world does not understand maybe your language. And there was, because of that, you may felt that there is a sense of guardedness is coming. Where you try to use very rational thought, very looking at things very objectively. But what is objective? We are all subject. No matter how objective we want to be, it comes from, there is always a subjectivity involved. Like, especially when you take decision regarding our own life, it is not objective. How can you be objective for your own subject? But you tried very hard, and that put you on a guarded mode, like to be very objective, and that's put, and it did not give you any wisdom. It only make you feel that you are doing right thing to achieve right thing, but it did not really serve any purpose here. That's what these feelings, this healing is much needed, and that's why this healing is coming in a very place of surreal aspect. It felt like that you really, if you're vibing with this healing gonna make you feel like something beyond your control, but you are not anxious at all. You are submitting to it completely. And with this, when you try to be this rational, objective, you had this dream thinking, by being objective, people will understand what you are talking, and that will give you a sense of independence, a sense of stability in an external world, where you can be very much financially independent, you can do what you want. But because it's that objectivity was taking away who you are, you ended up feeling empty. You ended up feeling that kind of sense of void. Because this Eight of Cups, all the cups are full and upright, but still that person is leaving. Why? Because it feels this emptiness is way too dominant compared to all the 7 other cups. But when you are being this objective, rational, it did make you feel that dream is coming true. Maybe you did make some material achievement that make you feel more confident, and you feel like this is the way the life should be. People are understanding me. People are not getting lost in my thoughts. I am direct, I am objective, I am communicating what I want, how I want, and I'm getting it. But then you are looking at the cups with Queen of Cups, and you are like, what is that I'm missing? It feels this kind of a sense of, all I'm hearing is this missing, something is void. and you are looking at that emotion, and you're like, it's here, the emotion is about your inner sensitivity, which makes you you. We have our external thing, which can be, we can make that external part very much easily accustomed with the society, with the popular demand, and whatever, not only it doesn't have to be popular, but like the to make external achievement, which is also important. But if we lose the inner sensibility, who we really are, that sense of identification with ourselves, then it becomes, that void then comes, and you have been looking at it. Okay, let's get another layer on each of it. Four of Swords. Okay. Perfect. No wonder this healing is coming. Five of Wands, yes. Oh, this star card showed up again. Four of Pentacles. 2-4. Stability. Sometimes it takes so much time to get a card. I feel like for half an hour I'm just gonna be shuffling. That's not happening though. Page of Pentacles in reverse and Ten of Cups. Look, I feel like everything I just said, it just reaffirming. Anyway, so Eight of Cups underneath Four of Swords. Because like I said, externally when you are manifesting, it feels like Five of Wands there. It felt like that maybe you are contradicting with yourself, contradicting to yourself. It felt that, let's say every time you try to do something externally to get something, whether it's a job, whether it's a relationship, make it real or whatever, and then a job which needs a lot of discipline, or every job has their own sets of like I said, like whether it's a job, every job has their own code of conducts and this and that. And it felt like you are trying, every time you try to hone this kind of, get yourself adapted to this kind of rules. I'm not saying that you don't have to follow any, you don't want to follow any rules, but it felt like a contradiction. It felt like you are contradicting with yourself. Like externally how you are behaving does not really align with how you internally feel about that things. That's why Five of Wands, it feels like it's not going anywhere. We're just throwing wands in the air. What's the goal here? How can I get that goal? Like if I constantly feel that I'm in a contradiction with my inner self. And you went in, you have been, like I feel like this Four of Swords directly connected with this Queen of Cups here. Every time you looked at that, because everything is interconnected here. Seriously, this reading is so interconnected. Maybe that's why it feels so light and flowy, because there is no departmentalized analyzation here. It's like all flowing so fluidly, because like you are looking at it and you feel like, okay, I am missing something, I'm feeling this void, and then you kind of subconsciously called for this because it really caused you certain sense of mourning, certain sense of loss. And you called your guides, you called your senses to come in to guide you to, but you could not pinpoint what that thing that makes you feel void. You can feel that there is some kind of contradictory energy going on within you, externally and internal energy, but you couldn't really pinpoint like what is that internal, why I'm feeling void, why I'm feeling that I'm not doing what I'm supposed to do, why I'm feeling that yes, I want this success, I want this material success, but it's not giving me this, that I am doing it because I want to do it rather than not just I want to achieve some kind of success. There's a certain sense of fragmentation there, certain sense of disjunction between this, what you want and how you're gonna manifest those wants. And you really called for those senses to come into you so that you can get a better perspective, a different perspective. And as we call for it, you see, you call Four of Swords, another like air energy. As you call for it, you get like a jackpot. That universe gives you like, here you go. Have clarity, have wisdom, have healing. But still we are not getting that, what is the disjunction, right? And we are getting Four of Pentacles right under Two of Swords. Like Two of Swords, I said that you wanted to, like you blocked yourself, not blocked yourself, nobody block ourselves purposefully. We do certain things, and certain action we take in life, the side effect of these actions is blocking our heart. Nobody wants to block their heart. One wants to feel love, believe it or not. Even the psychopath and those, they want to feel it, and when they don't get it, they want to act so desperately. Those action makes them more detached from love rather than closer to love. So, but the intention of it is getting love by hook or crook. But how to get it? You wanted to, by taking action, only aligning yourself to your external energy, those actions blocked your heart or make you very stuck, make you feel like very stuck, make you feel, even though you feel like that, you felt like that I am taking all this action because I want this prosperity in the real world, in the world of recognition. It doesn't have to be recognition, doesn't mean that you are like a your article is getting published, like you are getting talked about on New York Times or something like that. It's not that. That's like a whatever. It's like a recognition from the peers, from the people that you care for, and like this some kind of level of success. But it still, the Page of Pentacles in reverse, it felt like that what you want, these pentacles is so big and so prominent, it felt like you are going away from this, because you felt like, because you are looking at 10 of Cups, you are looking at this prosperity, you are looking at this fulfillment inside out, but your inside felt void. You are looking at this 10 of Cups, you felt like I'm gonna align my energy externally so that I can get this external material success, which made you feel more stuck in the situation and kind of detach you and kind of took you away from your pentacles that you actually want. And you feel like, okay, I'm feeling void, I'm feeling empty, I need to get some clarity, I need to go on a healing journey. You are still on a journey. Okay, now we are gonna get some and see that if we can understand what is this. Okay, see there is a progress. So initially you felt that there is a emptiness, whatever you are doing and how you are feeling. Then, but you did not know what the emptiness is coming from. But with this healing, you know that this emptiness is coming from something very internal to you. It's not external. Something very internal to you who wants this kind of combination of this external and internal world where they don't feel like they're conflicted inside. So how they can do it? They cannot just feed only to their external energy. They also need to feed their internal energy. You are getting all this clarity with this healing. And now how to combine that? Like I said, how to bring that realness in a fantastical world. And here in this metaphorical representation that I'm presenting to you, let's say that the realness is the external energy and the fantastical is the internal energy. Through this healing, you are trying to figure out how to bring realness. How can I bring myself to the external world so that I can get to the 9 of Pentacles, not losing myself but being me. Oh wow, as I'm talking to you, I'm getting also more clarity. So you, here is the main thing that you need to make. And I really feel like this is not about love. It could be, but relationship based. But it's more about your identity, how you can navigate in the world. And because you really want this 9 of Pentacles, you really want this stability, you really want this independence, you really want this material stability, but without losing yourself. So you might need to do something which is directly aligned to your inner world. It could be, now you have to find out, with this healing you are going to find out what that inner world that you really want. I cannot tell you that. That's your journey. I can just tell you what journey you are taking on, or you may want to take on. How that journey gonna go, that's totally up to you. I'm not in your head and not in your heart. So as you figure out that what is that internal thing, who you are internally, then you can figure out that how you can translate that fantastical world of internal, mystical world of internal, and turn into something realness where you can feel that warmth of nine of Pentacles. It's also, maybe you are a creative person. Maybe you need to turn into internal voice into something, maybe publication, maybe painting, maybe blog, maybe sculpture, maybe music, so that you can reach people, and from that you can earn recognition and money. But before you do that, with this healing process, let yourself flow so that you can gain the better understanding of what is this internal fantastical world I'm looking at, like Queen of Cups. What I am looking at, staring so hard, I'm staring at this 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups. I'm staring at this beautiful union between external and internal harmony. But how I know the external world, but what is my internal world? Or maybe opposite. I know my internal world very well, but how can I bring this internal world to the external world so that it can survive? So it's about understanding this world and bringing them together. Wow, this is really something. Do I need more card? I mean, we are already so... You know what? I'm gonna stop it here, because I can go on, and maybe in future I'm gonna open up like an extended version or something like that. But right now I feel like this is a nice point to stop. We can always go on, because tarot reading is like life. It can always go on. So anyway, Pisces, I think you get something out of it, and I will leave it there, and I will hope to see you next time, okay?